Okay, hi, Attorney Steve. Welcome back. Another exciting video here. We're going to talk in this video about how to read a federal court docket. So I'm looking up a company in a photo infringement case. I want to see, does this company file lawsuits or do they not? So I'm going to show you how that works. You go to pacer.com. Pacer.gov, I believe. Pacer.gov. This is the federal case. All the federal cases in the United States are basically housed and indexed here, searchable. You can't always find every document, but I'm going to look this company up right now and see if they file lawsuits. So let's just walk you through it here. So I do a search for this company. Okay, I see here. Yep, here they are. They have filed a few lawsuits here in the Central District Court. Here in Central District, you can see when and where the date it was open, the day it was closed. Sometimes you can get an indicator out of this. You can say, well, this one's opened. It was a case only lasted 4 months. That's kind of short. That's, maybe that's good. This one was looked like that was well over a year. So I look at things like this. I say, well, this company will litigate. But let's go in. Take a look at the docket, and that's what we're talking about in this video. So when you come to the docket here in Pacer, you can see all kinds of things. You can see who the attorneys are. You can take a quick look at that. Okay, we see Higbee and Associates. We do a lot of consultations with Higbee and Associates and different things, this and that. What I end up doing a lot is right here, history, the documents, okay? Run the query. You can decide if you want to run oldest first. I like the oldest date first. Run the query, very simple. Here it is. So you have the case number. Here's your judge up here, when it started, so forth. But this is what we call the docket. This is what it looks like. And these over here indicate the number. It's a docket number. So sometimes you may be in a complaint referring to see docket 11, stipulation extending time to answer, okay? And so if you go there, you will see, go in here, view the document, you have to pay for it. You set up an account, you have to pay for it. But you can actually review the document. Here's the stipulation to extend time. So you can find out what happened in a case if you're interested in that, okay? But let's go back. I really kind of just want to go over just in general how the docket looks. So you have your complaint, and then you have a civil cover sheet, the summons, that's the court issuing the summons, that you serve the summons and complaint on your defendant. So here it is. If you want to look at it, there it is. And this is a particular copyright infringement action. Photo infringement cases is one of the areas we're involved in. So in a copyright case, you're going to file this report on filing a copyright action. This is a certificate of interested parties. In federal court, you're going to see this. Sometimes it's called the Rule 7.1. This is where you're really just telling the court, anybody that owns 10% or more in your company, so that the judge can make a decision. It's called Notice of Interested Parties. Very simple. So the judge can make a decision if they need to recuse themselves because there's some kind of financial conflict, okay? But that's all that is. So I just wanted to go over this real quick with you. And then typically your notice of assignment to the judge, that's telling you who the judge is. Sometimes you'll have parties agreeing to a magistrate judge. That's pretty typical. A magistrate judge will basically hear all the discovery disputes and everything like that. But I don't see that here. But so you have a notice to parties of ADR. That's alternative dispute resolution. The court usually wants the parties to take a look at that, explore it. Sometimes it's ordered. Sometimes the parties get to agree on what they want to do. And ADR, alternative dispute resolution, mediation, have a neutral evaluation, things like that. You want to have a chance to settle your case. Maybe a third party telling you the strengths and weaknesses of your case. Here it is. The summons was issued. You'll see orders if you look in the docket. These are always good to see, especially if you're a lawyer stepping in on the case. You want to see what kind of orders the judge is making. So you just click on 9 and view the document. There'll be a fee. Again, you can see the fee. Here's some kind of order. It's a standing order regarding a final pretrial conference. And you'll have some instructions. And typically, if you go down, whatever this is, you go down, the judge will sign it. This is an order. The parties need to follow the orders in the case, okay? But you'll see a lot of that stuff. And so a lot of these things are attorneys going back and forth. Here, once the was served, the summons and complaint were served, you file a proof of service. Here you can see obviously the parties agreed to extend time to answer. Sometimes the judge needs to approve that depending on what court you're in. Sometimes they don't. Answer to complaint, and these are your options when you're a defendant. You can answer your complaint or you can file a motion to dismiss. Some other things you can do, but those are your two basics. Minute orders, whenever you see this is just minute orders. Basically the judge is writing down a little something of what happened, really just kind of documenting what happened. That's really all it is. Here it is. Court sets a scheduling conference, blah, blah, blah. Counsel reminded. So these are the minutes. You want to check those out in a case that you're looking at. What else we got here? You'll see this sometimes, a deficiency in an electronically filed document. And that just means you made a mistake. You didn't follow the rules. One nice thing about federal court, if you make a mistake, they usually allow you to fix it, which is nice. And you sometimes will see what's called a notice of errata. A notice of errata filed saying I made an error, let's fix it. And then in federal court, the parties get together, you have this joint report, you get together and you set times and days for your discovery. I'll give you just a quick look in case you're wondering what does that look like. Let's take a quick peek here. So here it is, parties got together, here's your two firms. They got together. This is Great Bowery Inc. doing business as Trunk Archive. It looks like there was a news company, so it's probably a photo infringement case dealing with the news company. Yeah, you can see it right here. So, but this is the parties get together. It's basically the facts, what they agree on, what's disputed. You can pause this and take a look if you want. Some case law quoted in there. What's defendant have to say? What'd they say here? Fair use. So they were claiming a fair use argument. What motions are anticipated, additional claims and defenses, initial disclosures in federal court. You have to give initial disclosures to the other party. It's a little bit different than in most state courts. And then you kind of set forth what your discovery plan is, what you guys need. You talk about electronically stored evidence. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Relief sought, this, that, and the other. So anyway, but you're going to set forth some dates and what you guys can agree on as far as all that. The judges kind of want you guys to set your own rules, and then the judge is going to decide, do I agree, do I not agree, and so forth and so on. So you may have status conferences, status reports are due. Judge wants to know what's the status of the case. Different notices of appearance may pop up. Hey, there's a new attorney in the case, or hey, one just got off the case. Withdrawal of counsel is called. So you can see a lot of that order, status report, settlement conference. So there was a conference in the case, trying to get the case settled before any trial. And ultimately, a couple more orders. Here you see one of the attorneys did get off the case. This is notice of lodging of some sort of document, stipulation by the parties to dismiss the case, and order dismissing. The judge said, fine, dismiss it, get it off my desk, perfect. And then finally, in a copyright action, you have that final report of a copyright action. And I'll just give you a quick look at that in case you're wondering the main document. So you can view that. But anyway, you're setting a notice to the Register of Copyrights right here. Hey, we ended the case. Here's what happened. Vanity Fair, this, that, and the other. That's part of the requirements, special requirements in a copyright infringement case. But that's how you look at a docket. That's really, it can be really kind of overwhelming when you see it. Sometimes when cases go on for a while, you'll have hundreds of docket entries. This one only went up to 42. But you can see them 100, 200, 300, whatever. So, but that's what a docket looks like, and they can be intimidating, but it's also very helpful to track the case. So any case you want to look, you can kind of go through it and figure out what you want to see. So that's my tip of the day. I hope it's helpful. I got some great new videos coming. I got the big whiteboard coming back, so make sure you're subscribing to my channel. I got some great videos coming, and stay tuned. Have a great day. If you need civil litigation help, intellectual property, fair use, copyright law, you know where to find me on the web at attorneysteve.com. Have a great day. Bye now.